Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a today's topic video. It is going to be for the 30th of July. This is a series where if you would like to enter to win a free read with me, you can do so just by writing the word compassion in the comment section, giving this video a thumbs up, and subscribing to the channel. Those three things combined get you entered to win. And let's go ahead. Sorry, you see me staring off camera because I'm looking at what deck is calling out to me. Oh, it's this one and it's one other, which is weird because this is the one other I'm going to grab for is not one that I would ever have put with this backdrop, but so for some reason I want it. But let's start with the first deck and then we'll go on to that other one. Touch the Sky and Liberty. Okay, so first off, we have kind of like a Rapunzel looking card here, but it's actually about touching the sky. Both of these cards have everything to do with freedom. Also, somebody could have really long hair, by the way, just because in both of them we see someone with long hair, but it's more like let the wind blow through your hair. That's in a song. It's not, maybe it is John Mellencamp. I can't remember, but ooh, 10 of Cups in the reverse. Somebody needs to have liberty and break away from something that they've been miserable in. This looks like a banquet hall, like for a marriage. We see a wedding imagery here. I just read the storyline however it comes out. Please remember these are fictional. But on the 30th, someone may be saying, I am finally ready to fly high above. Maybe somebody flies. Maybe they're in the sky a lot for a living. Maybe they're a pilot. Maybe they're they work somehow in aviation. That's just another side note, or just represents freedom. The sky has always represented freedom, right? Free as a bird, all those kinds of things that we could say. And we literally have a bird getting out of the bird cage up here in the, so they can fly free. By the way, that was card 32 and card number 2. Maybe somebody is breaking away from an unhappy marriage. They are moving out on that day. They are finally saying, this is the day that I go ahead and I say, I'm free. I have to stop doing this thing. The moon. Yeah, it's like they don't even realize that they're going to wake up and they're going to realize this is the time I do it. Or it's someone else entirely who has no idea that this is going on. This could be someone who wishes at night for maybe this lead character to come into their world. We do see, I don't know who it is laying here. I don't know if it's a divine masculine or divine feminine, but it's there's an innocence to this person. They don't know what's going on. I don't feel like this is the other spouse or something who's unaware that their partner wants to part ways with them. That's not the kind of story this is. This is a situation where both people know this ain't happy, whatever is going on. And I say that because we start out with 2 people, both of whom want their freedom from this situation. So we have an unhappy couple that is separating, and there is a third individual that is unaware that this is going on. From what I can see, they could be a Pisces. Tell me more about the moon. Page of Swords. They are someone who feels foolish for even thinking about one of those 2 spouses that are separating. Again, they don't know that that's going on, but they feel foolish. Maybe they feel like once upon a time they were made a fool of. They maybe feel like they took a gamble on being with someone only to discover that person wasn't really available. Or maybe they simply feel foolish for having fallen in love with someone or harboring feelings for someone where they're like, I shouldn't have feelings for that individual. I feel like this is a more complicated storyline, though. Whomever our moon person is, because they are continuously steeped in mystery, there's so much that they feel like, I don't know. I didn't know that I fell for someone. Maybe I found out later that they were connected to somebody else, and I felt look at how exposed this person feels, and they're wearing a court jester hat, and we have the dice there. I don't know if somebody met them in Vegas and then they felt like, oh my God, I was so off track with this person. I didn't know. I had to piece it together that maybe they made a fool out of me. Maybe they were with somebody else. Maybe they were in an unhappy connection, but I thought that they were single, and then I developed feelings for them, and I felt so stupid. I felt so foolish. Tell me more about this, because that poor person shouldn't have to feel foolish. We got a King of Swords. Ooh. King of Swords strutting around. I never liked this King of Swords card. This is somebody so egotistical. This is somebody who feels good about themselves when they get the upper hand over somebody else. If our moon person fell in love with someone or developed emotions for someone who turned out to be this kind of a King of Swords, they're like, wow, I thought this person was truthful, but instead they were quite cocky. They knew that I fell for them and they liked knowing that, but they might have actually not been honest, which is unusual. A King of Swords is usually very honest. I think our character says the more I found out about them, the more I realized they were just a very arrogant person, maybe untrustworthy. I don't know, though. Does this moon person know that this King of Swords was in a connection? I'm not 100% sure. 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Oh, they said, yes, I found out they were a liar. Okay, so our moon person says, I feel like I was their game or something. I feel like I was a feather in their cap. They were able to, lie to me, tell me that they wanted to work on things with me. All the while, they were actually in a connection working on something with somebody else. I was like prey to them. And I feel very foolish that I didn't know that and I let myself become their prey, and that all they were was a liar and somebody that was so cocky. They just wanted somebody else to fall in love with them, and they were laughing up their sleeve at me. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't make it true. This is what our character, our moon person, assumes. And I'm going to really double down on that message, because do you notice how all the teddy bears and things are casting shadows like little monsters and gremlins? They have the worst possible impression of this King of Swords. And that's because, and actually, if you look closely, this person's eyes are not shut. They're awake. They have nothing but, like, they're mortified. They're mortified that they feel like they got played. They feel like they had to find out the hard way that this person was untruthful. They were just an arrogant person who lied through their teeth because they thought they could get away with it. They feel like maybe this person, I don't know why they played a game with me. I only know that they wanted to play a game with me. They wanted me to give to them all the while someone else was giving to them, because that's how they get their rocks off. That is the moon person's perspective of this whole situation. And remember, this moon person, first off, with the teddy bears and stuff, there's an innocent energy to them. No wonder they are, the more they found out, or the more they think they found out, the more they're like, oh my gosh, I feel so stupid. All of their like innocent hopes, wishes, and dreams turned into like a big old nightmare. And then they formed the most horrible opinion possible of this King of Swords. May or may not be 100% warranted, but let's return to this first message, which is 2 people are gaining freedom today. So we could read this in a whole nother way. So bear with me. I hope this won't get confusing. The first way I describe this is a couple is happily separating from each other because they're miserable together, and a third individual is unaware that that's going on. And we've described what their assumption is of one of these individuals that they dealt with. A King of Swords was one of these 2 people. Okay, so there's our first storyline. Our second could be that these 2 individuals that are separating, gaining freedom from each other, it could be that the King of Swords and the moon person are the 2 where they're like, the moon person says, I realize this person is an arrogant, you know what, and I could never be happy with them. So I'm freeing myself from ever, feeling like they could have been my happiness. And meanwhile, the King of Swords could be like, yeah, I'm freeing myself from this. You know what? They're not going to make me happy. They won't let me be who I want to be, or they have this poor opinion of me that could be unwarranted. So we've got 2 storylines, and we don't really see what's the real deal yet. Let's see if we can dig in and find out the real deal. Again, fictional storytelling, so bear that in mind. This is not going to be the real deal on anybody's life story, because unless we ask a person a direct question and let them answer us, we don't know what the real story is. But for this fictional story, let's see if we can get answers. I'm not taking any of those. It was too many and I didn't get my question out. We need to know about what's the real situation with the King of Swords. Let's let them talk. This is from the lips of the King of Swords. What was your situation, King of Swords? Page of Swords, the Star. Hold on. Do I have another one? No. Okay. Sorry. I thought I had 2 cards stuck together. That happens sometimes because I'm slushy with my coffee. They have been watching, staring at, I'm going to go ahead and say probably the moon person who they view as their wish fulfillment. The star card, Aquarius energy there. They have been staring at their wish fulfillment from afar. Tell me more. Spying on their wish fulfillment. They want to say sorry. This person is their happiness. The Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups. They're focused on the person that they love, the person that would make them very happy. They want to say sorry to that person. Sorry for what? Sorry for all the delays. Sorry for not returning to them sooner. Hanged Man, Piscean energy. So the moon person could be Pisces, and sure enough, they are looking at that person as a Pisces. Let's put it this way. Whoever the moon person is, it's a person who had a lot of emotion to them. And this King of Swords feels a lot of, they know that they owe this person an apology. They watch this person a lot. They feel like this person is someone that they want to return to, and they're sorry that either they have procrastinated, they have, too many, hold on. I can't do if I just get a blob of cards that fall out instead of jump out, I don't like to take them because it's just sloppy. Not six of anything. It's the Lover's card in the reverse. They want this person to know that you're not a fool. You're not a fool at all. I have every intention of returning to you. Why have they not? Why has this King of Swords not? The Fool and the Sun, well, they're saying, it's a leap of faith toward their happiness. It's like they're saying, I have every intention of it. Okay, hold on. What is this? The first three cards is what we need to talk about. These two characters that are both gaining liberty from one another from what seems like a dissolving marriage. Can I just look at what that situation is? Because I'm thinking that this is what that King of Swords was trying to get to the point of ending. Oh, Queen of Cups, but we have a baby involved. We have a pregnant Queen of Cups. Nine of Cups in the reverse. We have two people that were on a completely different path. So I don't usually read stories that are full of ridiculous drama and intrigue, but I will say this. I think we had a couple that was miserable together. This could have been a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Cups. This looks like this Queen of Cups. If she has a baby, she may have it with somebody else. She wasn't happy with them. Maybe she wants to have a child and they don't want to have a child with her, or she's already pregnant though. In this story, somebody's having a baby, but it's not with the King of Swords. It's with somebody else. This is a lot of like, oh my gosh, we're so ill-suited to each other. This is none of this is my wish fulfillment. So on a Queen of Cups side, she does not want to be with them. Four of Wands Justice card. This is so imbalanced. Like I'm supposed to be married to somebody other than you. They're supposed to be married to somebody other than her. They're both married to the wrong person, meaning they shouldn't be married at all. The King of Swords doesn't belong with the Queen of Cups. They both belong with other people. I don't know how they ended up together. Maybe, maybe they got together a long time ago. They were never right to start with, but they, there's pressures and things that make people wind up get together, and then they both wind up meeting someone that they love, someone that they'd much rather be with, yet here they are still bonded to one another. This says it is so unfair, it's so wrong that we are bonded together when we both want to marry other people. So they're both admitting this. They're both admitting, I don't want to be with you and you don't want to be with me. I'm having a baby with somebody else. I love somebody else. You love somebody else. Let's part ways. King of Cups. I feel like that Queen of Cups is saying, she might be the one calling it off with the King of Swords, saying, listen, I met the person that I'm in love with. In fact, we're having kiddos together. You and I need a divorce so I can go marry the person that I really want. You know what? Hey, you can even come to my wedding. I'm really done with this. Why is it that the Queen of Cups is the one calling it off instead of the King of Swords? Emperor. So the King of Swords, look, I'm not saying I agree with this. I'm not saying I like it. Please understand, I tell the story that is there, whether or not it gets Kate's stamp of approval, because if I don't do that, then I'm not being a very fair storyteller. It's not all about what I like or agree with. What I'm about to say is that the King of Swords didn't call this off because in their mind, they were like, I have a responsibility. Now, here's the thing. They have a responsibility. They have to be this person who's like, I don't have the option of calling it off. Meaning they're trying to act like, well, I'm very honorable. My question is, how is it that they're being honorable toward this connection while having played some, what seems like a mind game on that moon person? And I do feel like it was a mind game because over here, it's like, well, they have been watching that moon person thinking you're my wish fulfillment, thinking I am so sorry. I owe you so many apologies. And, you know, I've always intended to show up for you. There isn't someone I want to be with other than you. And I intend to come back to you. I intend to be with you. And yet in the same breath, they're saying, oh, but I can't break it off with the person that I'm with. That's why I'm like, I have a hard time saying that that's an honorable behavior, because basically they're being honorable for one situation and totally dishonorable toward another person. And possibly even worse, because it's the person that they claim they love and they know they owe an apology to. That's the person that they're dishonoring. So weigh in on that, universe. Four of Swords. There's a lot of healing that needed to happen. There's a lot of like this look, an emperor can, oh my God, an emperor can be an emperor and still have their scars, make their mistakes. For whatever reason, they felt like I have to remain in this situation because I'm responsible for this person that I was married to. And maybe either they thought that the person they were married to had issues and they had to be there, but in truth, they had their own issues. Like if both people had healing to do, they're like, well, I can't part ways with them now, not when they've just gone through something really difficult. Maybe somebody was unwell, maybe somebody was sick, maybe it was a situation that happened and they're like, I can't possibly back out of this connection when I have to be there to be responsible while somebody is healing from an injury, an illness, whatever it was, or maybe it was them. Whatever this is, it was like things actually got worse and worse, though, the longer they stayed in this, out of I'll say it was a misplaced sense of duty, but maybe not. Maybe they did make the right call. Maybe they didn't turn tail and run and say, listen, we're done. Oh, crap. The timing is all wrong because you're ill or something like that. But it doesn't matter. We're done. I don't love you. You don't love me. Let's part ways. Instead, they said, oh my gosh, we both don't want to be together, but there's a situation here. I need to stay until she calls it off. So she did call it off. I mean, things got worse between them. So she's calling it off. Instead of it being them that abandons and looks like the villain here, she actually has healed, has met somebody else that she loves, and she's the one ending it with them. What is their reaction to that? What is the King of Swords reaction to that? King of Swords, excuse me, I thought that was King of Swords, Ace of Swords. It's like, hallelujah. Finally, this is done. This is over. This is right. We're done. I'm free of this. You're free of this. And we ended things in a way that I don't have to feel like a villain. We're going to have to do a part 2 on this because it's getting too long. Okay. I'll see you guys in part 2. The free link will be right there in the description box. Sorry this is so long, guys, but please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you do enjoy the storytelling. Thank you. Bye.